Breaking news.
I never thought it would happen to me. At my age, I considered myself fairly savvy when it came to technology and the various scams that seem to plague our society. But that day I let my guard down, and it cost me dearly. It was a typical Tuesday afternoon when my phone rang. The caller ID showed an unfamiliar number, but I answered it anyway, thinking it might be a call from a family member or a friend. The voice on the other end was smooth and confident, a man who sounded like he was in his 40s. He introduced himself as a representative from a well-known tech company, claiming they had detected some suspicious activity on my account. At first I was skeptical. I had heard about scams like this before, but the urgency in his voice made me listen. He told me that my personal information had been compromised, and that I needed to act quickly to secure my account. I felt a knot tighten in my stomach, but I was also filled with a sense of responsibility to protect my finances. He guided me through a series of steps, asking me to verify my identity. I provided him with my name, address, and even my social security number, thinking I was doing the right thing. He assured me that this was all standard procedure and that they were there to help me. I was so focused on the fear of losing my money that I didn't stop to think about the red flags. Then came the moment that would haunt me. He told me that in order to secure my account, I needed to transfer the account that they had set up. I hesitated, my heart racing. $6,000 was a significant amount for me, but he convinced me that it was a necessary step to protect my savings. He spoke with such authority that I felt compelled to comply. I went to my bank and made the transfer, my hands shaking as I filled out the paperwork. I remember thinking how strange it felt, but the fear of losing everything I had worked for clouded my judgment. After the transaction was complete, the man on the phone thanked me profusely and assured me that everything would be fine. It wasn't until the next day that I realized I had been duped. I received a call from my bank, asking if I had authorized the transfer. My heart sank as I explained the situation, and they informed me that I had likely been scammed. I felt a wave of nausea wash over me as the reality of my mistake set in. I tried to contact the number that had called me, but it was disconnected. I spent hours researching online, only to find countless stories of others who had fallen victim to similar scams. I felt embarrassed and ashamed, questioning how I could have been so gullible. Now, I'm left with the bitter taste of regret and a lighter bank account. I've learned a hard lesson about vigilance and the importance of skepticism, especially when it comes to unsolicited calls. I share my story in hopes that others can learn from my mistake and protect themselves from the same fate. But have I really learned what happens next?